myself Nilesh Shah, and in this module we are going to discuss about the different types of non-arc welding processes. The different types of arc welding, non-arc welding processes that we are going to discuss are resistance welding, oxy-fuel welding, friction welding, laser and electron beam welding, brazing and soldering. Now the basic principle of the non-arc welding processes that are used. The basic principles are the resistive wave heating, chemical reaction, focused light and electrons, sound waves and friction. These are the common principles that are used in the different non-arc welding processes. Now we are going to discuss first the resistance welding process. In this type of welding, it uses the electrical resistance to generate the heat. So basically it is a thermoelectric process in which heat is generated at the edge planes of the welding plates. Because of electric resistance, a weld joint can be created by applying low pressure to these plates. The working principle of resistance welding is the generation of heat because of the electric resistance. Whenever the current flows through the electric resistance, then the heat will be generated. The basic equation for this are H is equal to I square RT, where H is the heat in joule, I is an electric current in ampere, R is an electric resistance in ohm, T is the time of current flow in second. So the basic formula is H is equal to I square RT. Now the different types of resistance welding that we are going to discuss are spot welding, butt or offset welding, flash welding, seam welding and projection welding. First, spot welding. Spot welding is the simplest type of welding where the work portions are held jointly below the force of anvil face. In resistance spot welding process, overlapping sheets are welded by the flow of current between the two cylindrical electrodes. This process was first introduced to the industry between 1900 to 1905 and it now finds extensive use in various industries. The main equipment for spot welding is the spot welding machine, which consists of a step-down transformer, a time control unit and a pair of copper electrodes. As voltage plays no part in resistance welding, it is therefore kept low between 5 to 25 volts, but the current is usually heavy, 100 to 50,000 ampere. However, it flows only for a short duration of time. Normally, the time is between 0.06 to 3 seconds. These are the pictures of the electrodes and the workpiece and the spot welding machine. Now the second resistance welding process is the butt or offset welding process. A resistance butt welding machine consists essentially of a bed frame, tabletop and guides, a moving and a stationary plates, a clamp or a feeding and offset mechanism, a transformer. These are the different parts of the offset welding machine. This method is similar to spot welding, but in this process the two ends are prepared face to face in the jaws of the machine so that they butt together with good contact. So in the previous case in spot welding machine, the two pieces are overlapped, but in this case in offset welding machine, the two ends are put together by edge to edge. You can see in the figure. The two electrodes press them close together end to end and thus they are mechanically joined after maximum heat is generated at the point of contact. Now the third type of resistance welding is flash butt weld. In flash butt welding, the parts are brought together lightly with current flowing and then separated slightly to create a flashing action at the joint point. As a flashing continues, the metal at the joint reaches a very high temperature until it is at a fusion condition and the adjoining metal is at the appropriate plastic temperature. You can see here in the figure. To establish intermediate flashing, the ends to be fused are briefly brought together and then separated a short distance. When continuous flashing is employed, the parts to be welded are slowly brought together. At first, they touch only at a few projections of the ends where the current rapidly rises. This type of welding is used very extensively to weld railway lines into continuous length. The rail is clamped by the two vertical and horizontal acting cylinders which align each rail to a common datum. An anti-twist device removes axial twist. Thus, long rails can be welded by this machine. So, this is the application of the flash butt welding. The fourth one, the another type is seam type resistance welding. In seam welding, machines are same as that of spot welding machine, and the principle of this welding is also similar. Both spot and seam welding machine consist of a bed frame, a transformer, and a pressure mechanism with an interlock switch. In addition, a seam welding machine incorporates a roller electrode drive system. So, in this seam welding machine, two rollers are there. Either both the rollers are driven roller or one roller is driver and another roller is driven roller. In this process, the parts to be joined are clamped between two copper roller or wheel electrode drive system which press on the work to be welded. Either one or both the driven and the current is taken to the wheels through the rotary bearings. So the only difference with that, the only difference between the spot and this type is the rollers are there. Last type of resistance welding is the projection welding. In projection welding, it is carried out for a variety of components such as steel radiator, coupling elements, brake screws, steam plate, tank handles, and the spouts. The workpieces are loaded into a projection welding press in which the electrode is substantial slab. When the current is switched on, a highly localized heat is created at each projection, and the metal at the projection rises quickly to a plastic temperature. Now the next type. We have discussed about the different types of resistance welding. Now the oxy-fuel welding, it is also in short from OFW. Oxy-fuel welding includes any welding operation that makes use of fuel gas combined with oxygen as a heating medium. The process involves the melting of the base metal and a filler metal if used by means of the flame produced at the tip of the welding torch. There are basically three major processes within the OFW group: oxyacetylene welding, oxyhydrogen welding, and pressure gas welding. The main advantage of OFW is the control of heat, control of bed width, and it is used or best suited to the welding of thin sheet tubes and small diameter pipes. These are the main advantages. Next type is the friction welding. Friction welding, as the name implies, it uses the friction to weld the joints. Okay, there is no external heat that is applied in the joining process, And friction welding is not a fusion weld process but a solid state weld process where the resultant joint is often as strong as the parent metal. So the friction welding is also called the solid state welding. Now the process of friction welding. Now see the example. If you rub your palms against each other, you will observe that your palms will become hot. As you increase the pressure and the speed further, you will start feeling warmer. Same principle is applied in friction welding. The same principle of heat generation by friction is usually used in friction welding, where the metal parts are made to rub against each other at extremely high speed and pressure. When two material undergo friction welding, the relative motion between each other and the pressure applied to them generates heat at the contact points. As the process continues further, the heat generation also rises and the two material will start becoming viscous at the contact points. Again, the motion between the two promotes the mixing of the two parts at their contact points, creating a bond or a weld. The different types of friction weldings are the direct drive friction welding, linear friction welding, friction or stir welding, and last one, orbital friction welding. Another type of welding, non-arc welding, is laser and electro beam welding. Now, laser beam welding, it is also called LBW, is a welding process that produces collisions of material with the heat obtained from the application of concentrate current light beam upon the surface to be joined. The focused laser beam has the highest energy concentration of any known source of energy. Electron beam welding, EBW, is a fusion welding process in which a beam of high velocity electron is applied to the two material to be welded or joined. The workpiece melt and flow together as the kinetic energy of the electron is transferred to heat upon impact. Another non-arc welding process is brazing and soldering. Brazing is a metal joining process in which two or more metal items are joined together by melting and flowing a filler metal into the joint. The filler metal having a lower melting point than the adjoining metal. Brazing is used to join material in such diverse applications as jewelry, high temperature ceramics, kitchen cutlery, automotive engines, jet aircraft engines, and air conditioning system. Soldering. Soldering is a process in which two or more metal items are joined together by melting and then flowing a filler metal into the joint. The filler metal having a relatively low melting point. Soldering is used to form a permanent connection between electronic components. So the application of the soldering process, it is commonly used in electronic heating, air conditioning, mechanical, fire sprinkler and another similar systems, as well as radiator manufacturing, repair and sheet metal work. It is also used in jewelry and stained glass work. So these are all about the soldering process. So these are the main processes. Which processes? Non-arc welding processes. Thank you very much.